Now, I've got to get something off my chest about one of the most ungrateful, entitled and treacherous hypocrites I've ever come across. His name is James Murdoch. And the evidence that he is indeed an ungrateful, entitled and treacherous hypocrite is all over the news at the moment, to the delight of journalists of the left, who dress up his abuse of his father and his brother as somehow principled and brave. I mean, seriously, publicly calling your father a misogynist is brave? I mean, dishing the dirt on your own family, often invented dirt, it seems to me, in a legal court case, and especially now in a long profile piece in the Atlantic magazine, all in the apparent hope of getting yourself even more money that you've never earned yourself. All that is principled? I mean, really, trashing your father as a bad dad, whining about your brother, revealing private conversations, or inventing them, since James's accounts are disputed. All that is principled? Give me a break. I haven't seen such treachery since Prince Harry and Meghan Markle invented claims that their family, or his at least, they were racists and mean. And in this case, I've got to say that James and his wife, now fighting a court battle with his father over the future of this company, they strike me exactly as a Harry and Meghan, but with even more money and more power to do harm to you. Let me explain. But first, I should say that what I'm about to tell you, what I've told you so far, has not been cleared by Lachlan Murdoch or his right-hand woman, Siobhan McKenna. They'll probably be horrified. I might have upset a deal that was just in the making, just in the balance. I have not warned them of this or been asked to do this. I speak as I find. James Murdoch is the second son of Rupert Murdoch, who built this media company and built the fortune that James enjoys. Billions has been given. Much of the secret of Rupert's success is to offer a platform for conservatives in the media. The Sun and the Times in London, for instance, Fox News and the New York Post in the US, Sky News and the newspapers in Australia, the Australian, for instance. You think, if the Murdoch media empire did not exist, where would you hear a counter-argument to the left, to that endless nya? I mean, here, for instance, you look at our competition. The ABC, not one conservative host of a current affairs show. The Nine newspapers, or The Guardian Australia, or Crikey. Not a single conservative commentator on staff, not one. A university, fortresses of the left. Arts world, the arts bureaucracy, same story. No wonder Murdoch media outlets tend to be so popular with the public. Finally, the world as it is. Finally, the world as they know it. But soon you might not have to imagine a world without that choice, without that conservative alternative that apparently a lot of people are wanting. And that would be thanks to James Murdoch. Help both sisters. A lot of the control of this Murdoch media is in fact held by a family trust. Rupert gets 4 votes, and the 4 eldest children, Lachlan, our boss, James, Elizabeth and Patricia, they get 1 each. You do the maths. I mean, it means that Rupert and Lachlan, the 2 conservatives there, they rule. But Rupert is 93. What happens after his death? To be very blunt, then it's down to just the 4 children, and 3 of them could fire Lachlan overnight, which I would think would be a disaster, and you would notice it. If James got control instead, I think this place would go splat. And that's because we already know that James is very far to the left, and he doesn't like a lot of what he sees from us. He's attacked Fox News. Attacked Fox News, which is a massive money earner, saying, well, there are views I really disagree with on Fox News. No kidding. In fact, he resigned from the board, saying it was due to disagreements over certain editorial content published by the company's news outlets and certain other strategic decisions. Well, he made that damn clear. He attacked us at Sky News in the papers here as well for what he calls climate denial, which is in fact a healthy scepticism, which is proving correct about climate alarmism and climate policies. He also had a spokesman say James and his wife Catherine are particularly disappointed with the ongoing denial among the news outlets in Australia, given the obvious evidence to the contrary. This is about the fires, global warming, the fires. I mean, I've been drawing a connection there, really. And that's why Rupert and Lachlan, who's really been the boss for years now of Fox Corp and News Corp, thought, look, we better make sure this company stays healthy by staying conservative. And to do that, they're trying to change the terms of this Murdoch family trust, so that come the day that, God forbid, then Lachlan couldn't be outvoted by the other children. Now, so far, round one, this attempt to change what was supposedly an irrevocable trust has failed in court. And Rupert and Lachlan, of course, have had to prove it was in the interests of each child that Lachlan stay in charge. No dice to the first, now come the appeals. But also now, here comes James going, wah, in the media. Oh, his father has broken the family. His father is so bad that James's children didn't want to see him. I mean, seriously, I'm shocked. A grown man would shop his resentments and the family business like that, all for the control of a media empire that he hasn't created, or for a bigger payout. Now, the thing is, in talking to the Atlantic's reporter, apparently over a whole year, James and his wife Catherine just added to Rupert and Lachlan's argument that the value of the Murdoch media would indeed crash if James, backed by his sisters, dumped Lachlan and took over. For instance, the Atlantic reports that James's wife, very left herself, apparently speaking for both of them, said she wasn't sure if Fox News could still be reformed, as if it needed, adding it doesn't have a clear purpose in the ecosystem anymore. I mean, seriously, I don't know when exactly in the last year this business giant said that, but really, Fox News has just posted its highest ever ratings. The highest ratings ever seen in American cable news history. Got to say, this year, I've been having my highest ratings ever too. Would that have happened if James and Catherine had turned Fox News into another CNN, which is going broke fast? Doing that, or turning Sky News into an ABC. You need another one? Or the Australian into a Guardian. That would destroy their point of difference. It would destroy the business. But for you, it'd be even worse. It would destroy debate. Like I said, imagine no Murdoch media as it now is. Imagine it neutered, without conservative voices, sounding like another ABC, and run by a man so undisciplined that he shouted out to the media his resentments of his father and his brother. That I find dangerous.